What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Recap of yesterday's free picks. We ended up 3-1 on the day, and I'm not gonna lie, we should have had to sweep. Our four picks were Mobley over PRA. He cashed us out. We had Kyle Filipowski over PRA. He cashed us out. That one was really sweaty, but he was able to pull it out for us. We had Siakam points over 19.5, which was also really sweaty. Siakam cashed us out. And then we had Halliburton under 11.5 assists. Now, Halliburton ended with 12, but Halliburton got like 4 assists within 2 minutes, which is absolutely crazy work. He didn't get barely any assists after that, and the 4 assists is put him at 11, and then he ended up getting 1 assist at the end of the game. So, got unlucky, an unlucky break in the third quarter for Halliburton, and all of his teammates just ended up making every shot. So, it is what it is, man. Hooked by that play. 3-1 yesterday, 4-0 the day before, 7-1 in our last 2 days on the free picks. So overall, definitely can't complain. Now, yesterday overall was kind of a midday. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible either. We obviously had some wins. We had Hartenstein and Giddey right here, cash on the sleeper app. We had Siakam and Mobley. This is directly from the free picks. $100 won us 207. We had this Memphis money line. This is college basketball Memphis. We put 3 units on this, $240 to win another 200. We have been dominating these money lines. We have been absolutely killing them. If you guys haven't been telling the money lines, I highly recommend you tell them. We did play 2 NBA money lines. We had Lakers money line, and then we had Phoenix money line. Obviously, Phoenix got beat. The Lakers covered. So yesterday was still a profitable day in the money lines as well. And then we had this little free slip over on Underdog, which was a KD or Doncic, not boosted, but discounted line. So it's only $30 max win, which is low if your bankroll is higher. But if you're just building a bankroll right now, you're playing like $10 slips, it's a good little win for you. So hopefully some of you guys got that in. But anyways, guys, I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. If this video today gets 250 likes, I will pick a random comment down below to win a free month of VIP. So smash that like button, drop a comment. You got to be subscribed to win. Hit that subscribe button, and let's pick our winner from yesterday. So winner from yesterday is going to be for Jay Jones, 3836. So Jay Jones, send me a message on Discord, man. I've got you a free month of VIP. I appreciate the love and support from every single one of you, including my haters. And if you guys do want to get all of our plays, just head on over to our WAP or our Patreon. Link for both of those is down in the description. You get every slip we post, and you get a list of all of our daily plays, so you can make your only slip. We've been killing the daily playlist. Yesterday's was a little worse than usual. Yesterday was like a 60% hit rate on the daily playlist, which is still better than half, but it's not as good as it has been. We've been hitting like 80% on the daily playlist in the last 3 or 4 days, so we've been killing it, and hopefully we can keep that streak going. We've been on fire so far this month, and it's only the 3rd day in, so let's keep going, guys. If you do want to get a free month of VIP, you can sign up for any partnered app. These include Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Parlay Play, Better, NOVIG, or Dabble. If you sign up for any of those apps and make a deposit with our code, you get a free month of VIP, and you get your deposit match. It's a no-brainer. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. You can join our Discord for free. It's free to join. Links down in the description. And let's go ahead and jump into these picks for today. So I've got 5 picks for you guys today, better than my usual 4. And yeah, hopefully we can get us a 5-0 sweep. That will be nice. So I do have a couple of discounted lines, have a couple of regular lines, and then I have one line that is going to be dependent on injury news. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the first line that's not discounted. So this one is going to be a little bit sweaty. So we're going to take our man Lamelo. So I'm taking Lamelo Ball. Yes, I know you guys don't like when I play the Hornets. This line's just low, man. Lamelo, 10.5 RA. Lamelo's RA is usually 13.5, 14.5, sometimes even 15.5, depending on how he's playing. Obviously, they haven't been playing well. So this line has come all the way down to 10.5. Playing against Golden State, if you look at Golden State stats, they give up 20th in the league in rebounds, 10th in assists. It's not quite as bad to the point guard. Way worse to the shooting guard. To overall to the guard position, you're looking around middle of the pack in assists, and then middle of the pack in rebounds as well. So looks good, or mid in terms of where they give their stats allowed. But I like Lamelo, man. 10.5 is really, really low. They're playing at home tonight. Lamelo has cashed this line in 68% of games this season, which is a 25 of 31. He's averaging 12 RA on the season. If you look at his last 5 games, and the only reason I'm looking at his last 5 is to look at minutes. So LaMelo's only averaging 25 minutes over his last 5. But His last game versus Washington, he just played 32 minutes. I don't even think he's game time decision today. Yeah, he's not even game time decision, so he's not even on the list to maybe not play. So Lamelo should be able to get his normal 32 minutes as long as this game's not a 60-point blowout. So obviously Miles Bridges is game time decision for illness. I'm hoping he plays. Seth Curry's game time decision. Okogie's obviously out. Brandon Miller's obviously out for season. So a lot of injury news that we really need to wait for before playing too much on a prop like this. Butler's game time decision. Kuminga's out. Quentin Post's game time decision. If Butler sits, that makes it a lot better for the Hornets in terms of keeping the game close. So maybe we get lucky with that and Miles Bridges plays and Charlotte can keep this game really close. Because if this game stays close, this 10.5 line is way too low, and LaMelo should cash us out. But overall, I'm taking a risk on this. I'm getting it over on Parlay play. So taking LaMelo ball, rebounds and assists, and it's removed. That is tragic. All right, so don't touch the 11.5. I mean, if you want to risk it at 1.9x, that's really not a bad play. I'm not even going to lie. 1.94x, almost a 2x value on one more RA because LaMelo can definitely get 12 RA, especially if this game stays close. I don't hate this line. This line is not high for LaMelo at all. Let's see what it is on Prizepicks. They just now, literally probably 30 seconds before I started recording, took this off the board. It was just on the board for a 1.7x. So, let's see. That's tragic. All right, so they don't even have LaMelo R8 on Prizepicks. Of course, it'd probably be like a demon if they had it at 11.5. So what I'm going to recommend you guys do, if you want to play 11.5 and get that 2x payout, that's perfectly fine. Go for it. If Miles Bridges rules in, this is probably going to come down because his assist line is probably going to go up slightly, and the payout won't be as good. So if you think Miles is going to play, or if you think LaMelo is going to play, is going to cash. Other than that, like even if Miles sits, then you can lock this in. I don't dislike this payout. Now, 10.5 is what I got him locked in at. I'll show you guys a free slip here in just a second. Show you what I locked in. Let me pull this up. Oops, I got to post that. All right, so I thought I posted that slip already, and I didn't, which is my bad on my part. So hopefully the Discord can get this, because if they didn't, I made a mistake. But anyways, it is 10.5 is what I got him at. It's minus 120 odds. It doesn't show this on any of the apps. You get it at minus 120 odds on Bet365, which honestly, I don't dislike that payout at all. But overall, man, I like LaMelo Ball over 10.5 rebounds and assists as their pick number 1. If it comes back on the board, if you want to lock it at 11.5, like I said, go for it. But that is our first pick of the day. So second pick of the day, jumping over to the Kings side of things. So I'm taking our man DeMar DeRozan once again. So I'm not taking his rebounds and assists today. Today I'm rolling with his PRA, and we'll talk about that why in just a second. So over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He has cashed his 5 of his last 10. Looking at DeRozan, he has been very, very consistent on these numbers in his last 7 or 8 games or so. So you can see 52 his last game versus Dallas. They're playing against Dallas tonight. This should be a competitive game. I think Dallas is a minus 1.5 point spread or something. DeMar plays pretty good versus Dallas. Head-to-head data, he's cashed 1 of his last 4. Only 2 from this season he cashed is he had 20 and 52, and obviously obviously that 52 game is an outlier. But regardless, man, I think DeRozan could get this, man. Like I said, he's been very consistent on this. The biggest news right now we have is Sabonis is sitting, so there's no Sabonis tonight. Maverick's still missing AD. Gafford's out. Lively's out. Caleb Martin's out. PJ Washington's out. So that leaves some other plays on the Maverick side of things too. I think this game should stay pretty competitive. I like this game in terms of bets tonight, and we'll go over another play in a second that I like from this game. But DeRozan 31.5. Now you can get DeRozan down to 29.5. So if you want to play it safe, the payout on 29.5 I don't think was bad either. So yeah, so you can get a 1.8x at 31.5, which if you played these two together, you got a 3.5x payout, which is a good payout. And then you got 29.5. So if you took the 29.5, you still got almost a 3x payout. So 2 points less at 1.5x. You can do whichever one you want. I may end up locking in the 29.5 instead of the 31.5 just to play it safe. At 29.5, it doesn't change his last 10 games at all, which really isn't a big deal. But basically a 52% hit rate on the season. It goes down to 44% at 31.5. Now, I don't think there's many games without Sabonis. Yeah, there's one game without Sabonis, and DeRozan had 26, and how many minutes did he play? He played 36 minutes and only had 26 that game. So that doesn't look good for us. But let's take a look at this game over here on Props Madness. So I'm going to look at the shot charts for the season. Now, if you look at DeRozan, He has a 14% shot, which is yellow, under the rim. 23% of shots are in the paint, which is yellow. 45% of his shots are going to be mid-range shots. And you can see he has a green matchup right here versus the Dallas. And then if you look at the three-point attempts, he shoots 18% from behind the arc, and he has an orange and yellow matchup. Every other player of the starting five right now, you look at Levine, you got yellow and orange or yellow and red matchups. Monk, yellow and red matchups. Keegan Murray, yellow and red matchups, 34% from behind the arc. Keon Ellis, yellow and red matchups, 45% from behind the arc. Everything is red for every other player. So if you look at who has the better chances in terms of where the shots are allowed, it is DeRozan. DeRozan's been taking a decent amount of shots. You can look at his last 10 games. You can look at field goal attempts. He's shooting around 15 field goal attempts per game. That's with Sabonis playing. So without Sabonis, man, obviously his usage is going to go up. I think he's going to have a good game versus Dallas. Dallas gives up 16th, 24th, and 15th in points, rebounds, and assists. If you go to small forward, it does go down slightly. They don't give up as many points. 10th, 13th in rebounds, and 21st in assists. But regardless, man, I think DeRozan's going to have a good game. He just had a 52 bomb versus them their last time out, which was, February 10th. So, I think he has another good game tonight, and I'm going to take a chance on him. Whether you take him at 31.5 or 29.5, that's totally up to you. I like both lines. If you want payout, just take the 31.5. If you want 29.5, then you can take it there too. I'm going to put 31.5 on the list. So if he chalks 31.5, then it'll be an X on the free picks tomorrow. But that is going to be pick number 2 of the day, DeMar DeRozan over PRA. So jumping into our third play of the day, we're going to jump into one of our discounts. This is going to be a discount over on you can get it on Prizepicks or you can get it on Parlay Play. I want to check on Prizepicks. So Prizepicks has DeRozan 31 PRA. 31. That's what you need to lock in if you're going to play on Prizepicks. Screw to 31.5 on Parlay Play. Excuse me on that one. If you're going to play Parlay Play, buy it down. I should have checked this before I said that. But anyways, 31 PRA on Prizepicks. Get it while you can because I don't think it's going to go any lower than that. And I think this could get bumped to 31.5 very shortly. So get that as fast as possible. That's what I'm going to put on the list because that's going to be the best line right now that we can get. And 31 should be what you should take. But the next play that I was talking about is going to be for our man Draymond Green. We played this same line the other day over his Goblin PRA, 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I will go ahead and check and make sure the value is the same on Parlay Play still. So 19.5. You actually... It's probably a better payout on Prizepicks or on Parlay Play than it is on Prizepicks, but it's probably going to be pretty close, so it's not really going to matter where you play it at. But I like Draymond Green once again tonight. He's been cashing this 19.5 for me a lot lately, and we've already looked at this matchup. You got Golden State versus Charlotte, PRA. His original line is 22.5, so you're getting a 3-point discount. If you look at his last 10 games, Draymond has cashed this in 7 straight games and 8 of his last 10. He's cashed this 54% on the season. And if you go head-to-head versus Charlotte, he has cashed it every single game versus Charlotte head-to-head. Only one game from this season back on February 25th. He had 27 PRA. If Butler sits, obviously, this line is going to be way better for Draymond. Charlotte gives up some of the most stats in the league. He got 13th in points, 21st in rebounds, and 20th in assists. If you go to power forward, it's 21st, 7th, and 22nd. So they have a bottom 10 defense in both points and rebound, or points and assists. Rebounds don't look as good, but we'll pull them up on Props Madness and see where they allow their scoring from as well. So Draymond, I think I'm going to get Draymond. There he is. So got a yellow and orange matchup pretty much everywhere, which is kind of mid. 27% under the rim, which is yellow. 24% in the paint, which is orange. 4% mid-range yellow. And then he has a 45% shot from behind the arc, which is yellow everywhere. So overall, it's not that bad. I think Draymond's going to come out and get at least 24 tonight as long as this game stays semi-competitive. And I have Draymond Green locked in as our third pick of the day. So lock him in if you like him. Fade him if you don't. If you don't like any of these plays, and my back is itching so bad, man. If you don't like any of these plays, just fade them, guys. Don't risk it just because I'm playing them. That doesn't mean you should have to play them. If you don't like any play, listen to your gut because I'm not right 100% of the time, as you saw yesterday for Halliburton. But that is our third play for our next play of the day. So this one's going to be the one that is dependent on injury news. It's going to be for our man Jaren Jackson Jr. So you can get Jaren Jackson Jr. right now at 32.5 PRA on Parlay Play, which is the best line I've seen yet. Now, he has only cashed this 3 of his last 10. Injury news. Look at this. Ja Morant just sat his last game. So Morant is game time decision once again. If Morant plays, lock in the Jaren Jackson at 32.5. If Morant sits, I would fade it. So they're playing, it's Memphis versus Atlanta. This game has a 252-point total and a close spread. So this game should stay competitive. Highest scoring total on the game, on the slate. Highest scoring total in a while. That's a very high total. If it goes anywhere near 250, there's going to be a lot of points scored, obviously. And somebody's got to do the scoring. And without Morant, you got Bane, you got Jaren Jackson Jr., you got a few others. But Jaren Jackson Jr. just had a 48 PRA game with 42 points versus the Spurs. So he's hot right now. Playing against Atlanta, playing at home. This should be a game that he should be able to come out and cash for us. Now, looking at his home games, he's cashed 43% on the season. Days of rest, they're on a 1 day of rest. And no back-to-back here. If you click without Ja Morant, he's cashed 4 of 10. So the hit rate isn't the best here. I think he has a good game regardless. If you look at Atlanta's PRA defense, they give up 27th in the league in points, 18th in rebounds, 25th in assists. If you go to center position, it's 21st, 13th, and 14th. So still give up a decent amount of stats to the center position. It's not the greatest. If Morant sits, I think Jaren Jackson cashes this line for us easily. Now, if he plays, I would fade this line completely. We'll see what it gets dropped down to because it should come down if Morant plays. And Morant's predicted at 35.5 right now. That's what his line is on PRA. So to pay attention to that, see what happens. See what happens with Morant, and then make a decision based off of that. But if Morant sits, this will be another play for us. If Morant plays, I'm not putting this on the list tomorrow. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you tell this and Morant plays and he chalks, then I'm warning you right now. I probably wouldn't play it if Morant sits. If Morant plays. But let's pull this line up. Atlanta versus Memphis. We're going to pull up Jaren Jackson Jr., and we're going to look at the shot chart. So he has a very, very good shot chart. 21% of his shots are under the rim, which is green. 43% are in the paint, which is orange. So you got an orange matchup here. They have a 10th in defense. And then if you look at mid-range, 5%, which is yellow. And then from behind the arc, he has 31% of his shots taken, which he has a green from mid. So like this play a lot, in terms of where points are allowed. If you go by position, 53% of the last 15 centers have cashed 8 of 15, which is over half. And it's Jaren Jackson Jr. Last 5 games, he's put up how many shot attempts? We'll see 18.8 field goal attempts. He just had 25 field goal attempts his last time out versus the Spurs. He shoots anywhere near 20 or 25. He's going to cash us, in my opinion. So Jaren Jackson Jr. is pick number 3. I'm going to pull it up over here on Parlay Play so you can look at his line. 32.5. You got a 1.75x payout, which is a normal payout. And then if you come up here on Prizepicks, it should be 32.5. So you can get it on Prizepicks as well for a 1.76, 1.75ish x payout, just a regular payout. But that is there if you want to play it on Prizepicks or Parlay Play. But that is our third pick of the day, or fourth pick of the day. And for our final play, this one's going to be a boosted play on Parlay Play, and it's going to be for our man Kyrie Irving. 1.37x value over here on Parlay Play to go over 34.5 PRA, which he should be able to get for us. I took his under 39.5 the other day. He hooked me in my favor. Now he got 39, so I still cashed, but it was very sweaty. So Kyrie, PRA, let's find this. So his original line's 40.5. If you get him at 34.5 versus the Kings, he has cashed this in 7 of his last 10. He's cashed it 6 of his last 7. Kings give up 19th, 7th, and 17th in terms of points, rebounds, and assists. You go to point guard, it's 3rd, 6th, and 19th. Go to shooting guard, it's 19th, 2nd, and 8th. So they don't give up many stats to the guard position overall. Give up a decent amount of points. That's about it. And then if you go head-to-head data, he has cashed it 3 of his last 4 games versus the Kings. His last game, which is back on February 10th, he had 46 PRA. So he should be able to get it for us tonight. Looking at injury news, we've already looked at Sabonis is out. AD's out, Gafford's out, Lively's out, Caleb Martin's out, PJ Washington's sitting again today. We can go on the season. Kyrie's cashes 53% of games on the season. If we go without players, just do without PJ Washington, it goes all the way up to 64% hit rate just without PJ Washington. So averaging 39 points, rebounds, and assists. This game's competitive, like I said. I think the total was decently high. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think Kyrie should come out here and have a good game for us tonight, and that is going to be why I took Kyrie. So we're going to pull him up over here on Props Madness. Take a look at the scoring charts. So looking at this, we got Kyrie pulled up. He has a dark green matchup from behind the arc, 33% from here, and then from his corner threes, he has another 9%. So you're looking at a 42% of his shots are going to be from behind the arc, with 33% of them being in a dark green, which is the perfect matchup. 14% mid-range, which is yellow, 20% in the paint, which is also green, and then 24% under the rim, which is orange. So overall, shot chart looks beautiful. If you look at similar players versus the Kings, 62% have cashed. By position, 47% have cashed. Overall, I love the matchup for Kyrie, especially with all these injuries, and I think he should get at least 35 PRA for us tonight, as long as he shoots at least fairly decent. If you look at his last 10 games, looking at field goal attempts, he's averaging 22 shots per game. In his last 3, 27, 24, 23. So he's shooting up a ton of volume 35 is just really low when you're shooting that many shots. And Kyrie can get assists and rebounds as well, so you ain't got to worry too much about that. I like to play. You can see some of these games got 5 and 7 rebounds, so he can do it all. Kyrie over 34.5. Promo over on Parlay Play, 1.37x payout, which is pretty dang good. If you play these 5 together, you would have an 8.5x, which obviously there's some discounts in here. So $75 would win you $639 if you played them all together. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend breaking them up, but those are our 5 plays. So first pick of the day, we had Lamelo. I got Lamelo at 10.5 rebounds and assists. If you want to risk it at 11.5, you can. I would probably wait for 10.5 to come on the board. 10.5 is what I'm putting as the free picks. If it doesn't come on the board, just scratch this one out if you don't feel like risking it for a higher payout. Second pick, DeRozan over 31. You can get him at 31 PRA on Prizepicks. It is 31.5 on Parlay Play, or you can buy it down to 29.5. I'm going to put 31 on the list. Up to you. Draymond, 19.5 PRA. Obviously a discounted line. Jaren Jackson Jr., only if Ja Morant sits do you play this line. If he plays, I would fade this, but he's 32.5 PRA. And then we got Kyrie Irving, boosted play, 34.5. So those are our 5 plays, guys. Lock them in if you like them. Fade them if you don't. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Leave a like and comment on this video for a chance at free VIP, and I will see y'all in the next video.